Ukraine has never been as close to defeat as it is now, with Russia's newest weapon altering the course of the war in Ukraine. Recently, Forbes published a piece on the war in Ukraine, referring to Russia's glide bombs as miracle weapons. Following suit, BBC conducted its own analysis and released an article suggesting Ukraine could be on the brink of defeat in 2024. The tide has turned, with defeat looming ominously for Ukraine. Retired Army General Sir Richard Barrons shared his concerns with BBC, highlighting the alarming prospect of Ukraine succumbing to defeat in the ongoing conflict this year. He attributes this potential outcome to the prevailing belief within Ukraine that victory may be out of reach, especially as Russia's military recently bolstered its arsenal with a significant development: the introduction of new glide bombs. Therefore, in this video, we will delve deeper into the specifics of Russia's latest military tool and its implications, examining how these glide bombs could reshape future conflicts. Glide bombs represent a significant advancement in the field of military munitions, blending the destructive power of traditional bombs with enhanced guidance and delivery systems. These bombs are specially designed with small wings and tail fins, which enable them to glide across the air towards their targets after being released from an aircraft. Unlike conventional bombs that follow a ballistic trajectory dependent solely on gravity, Russia's glide bombs can be steered, allowing for a much more controlled and precise impact. The mechanics behind these glide bombs are what set them apart. After release, these bombs use their aerodynamic design to extend their range significantly beyond that of a standard bomb. This is achieved by gliding through the air, guided by onboard navigation systems that adjust their path in real time. These systems can include GPS guidance, inertial navigation systems, or a combination of both, ensuring that the bomb reaches its target with high accuracy. The ability to adjust their trajectory mid-flight allows these bombs to evade enemy radar and anti-air defenses more effectively than traditional bombs. Comparing Russia's glide bombs with the traditional Ukraine aerial bombs illuminates their strategic advantages. Traditional bombs, often referred to as dumb bombs, are simple in design and functionality. Once dropped, they fall directly towards the ground along a predictable path, which can make them easy targets for modern anti-aircraft systems. These bombs generally require the aircraft to be directly over the target, which can dangerously expose the aircraft to enemy defenses. In contrast, glide bombs allow military forces to strike from standoff distances, meaning the aircraft can release the bomb far outside of enemy air defense ranges. This capability not only increases the safety of the pilots and aircraft, but also expands the potential targets that can be engaged during a single mission. The precision of glide bombs also means that they can achieve their objectives with fewer munitions, reducing the risk of collateral damage and the cost of multiple ammunitions. Since the beginning of the war in Ukraine, Russia has never used glide bombs. However, it seems strategies and goals have changed as Russia just deployed its first glide bomb on Ukraine. And to make it worse, the Kremlin just revealed that it has a huge arsenal of glide bombs, each serving distinct tactical purposes and showcasing various levels of technological advancement. Among these, the UPAB-1500B stands out as a prime example of modern military engineering. This satellite-guided bomb is designed for precision targeting, capable of neutralizing high-value targets with minimal collateral damage. Its guidance system allows for adjustments mid-flight, ensuring accuracy even in complex combat scenarios. The strategic use of the UPAB-1500B is particularly notable in situations where precision is paramount, such as in densely populated areas or against well-defended targets where traditional bombs would pose too great a risk to civilian lives and infrastructure. In addition to the high-tech UPAB-1500B, Russia has also adapted older munitions to enhance their effectiveness. The converted FAB-type bombs, which date back to Soviet times, have been retrofitted with modern guidance systems and wings for gliding capabilities. These bombs, originally unguided, have been transformed into cost-effective precision weapons. The conversions involve adding satellite navigation modules and control interfaces, allowing these older bombs to strike with a precision that was previously unattainable. This approach not only extends the life of existing munitions, but also provides a budget-friendly option for enhancing Russia's military capabilities. Russia has also included some serious tech in this glide bombs. These enhancements include improved resistance to jamming, greater range, and the ability to operate in diverse weather conditions, thereby increasing their reliability and effectiveness in modern combat. This arsenal not only increases the tactical options available to Russian military commanders, but also poses new challenges for Ukraine as they try to counter these advanced threats. As such, Russia is now more than ever close to deciding the outcome of the Russian-Ukrainian war. Glide bombs, with their ability to be launched from outside the direct engagement zone, enable Russian aircraft to remain beyond the reach of most Ukrainian anti-aircraft systems. This capability greatly reduces the risk to Russian pilots and aircraft, which previously had to venture closer to target areas, exposing themselves to potential counterattacks. As a result, Russia can maintain air superiority and operational momentum without the significant risk of losses that typically accompany close-range aerial combat. For Ukraine, the strategic implications of Russia's adoption of glide bombs are severe and many. Ukrainian military strategies and defenses, which were initially designed to counter more conventional forms of aerial assault, must now adapt to counter the precision and reach of glide bombs. This adaptation involves not only enhancing radar and surveillance systems to detect and track these munitions from greater distances, but also upgrading air defense systems to intercept them before they can reach their targets, which is currently almost impossible. The precision of these weapons means that key infrastructures, military bases, and command centers are now all potential targets, even if they are located far from the front lines. This capability forces Ukraine to disperse its resources and fortify positions across a broader area, potentially diluting the effectiveness of its defensive posture. Moreover, the use of glide bombs could compel Ukraine to invest heavily in advanced air defense systems, such as the Patriot missile system, which are capable of intercepting glide bombs, but are also costly and require significant training and logistical support. This need places additional strain on Ukraine's military budget and resources, which are already stretched thin by the ongoing conflict. The challenge for Ukraine now lies in finding effective countermeasures that can neutralize this threat while still maintaining a robust defense against other forms of attack. This ongoing cat-and-mouse game continues to define the dynamics of the conflict in the region. The deployment of advanced glide bombs by Russia has elicited a range of reactions from the global community, highlighting the profound geopolitical ramifications of this development. Western countries, particularly members of NATO, have expressed significant concern over Russia's use of such sophisticated weaponry. This concern is not only about the immediate impact on Ukraine, but also about the potential for similar technology to alter the balance of power in other regions. In response, there have been calls for increased sanctions against Russia, as well as for greater support for Ukraine, including the provision of advanced defensive systems to help counter the threat posed by glide bombs. These moves are indicative of a broader strategy to contain the situation in Ukraine, preventing it from escalating into a larger regional conflict that could draw in other nations. The strategic use of glide bombs by Russia has the potential to shift regional power dynamics significantly. In areas like the Middle East and Asia, where power balances are delicate, the introduction of such advanced weaponry by a major player like Russia could prompt a re-evaluation of military alliances and defense strategies. As countries around the world watch the situation in Ukraine unfold, many are considering adjustments to their own diplomatic approaches, reflecting the broader implications of Russia's military advancements. The introduction of glide bombs into Russia's military arsenal raises significant humanitarian concerns, particularly regarding the potential for collateral damage and the impact on civilian populations. While these weapons are touted for their precision, the reality of their deployment in populated areas can result in unintended consequences, underscoring a troubling aspect of modern warfare. The precision of glide bombs allows for targeted strikes on specific military objectives, which theoretically reduces the likelihood of civilian casualties and infrastructure damage compared to traditional, less accurate munitions. However, the very nature of placing such powerful weapons into a conflict zone increases the risk that they will, at times, hit unintended targets due to errors in targeting, intelligence failures, or technical malfunctions. Each of these incidents carries the potential for significant civilian harm, turning residential areas, schools, and hospitals into scenes of devastation. This issue is further compounded by the ethical implications and the legal frameworks that govern the use of such advanced weaponry. International laws, including the Geneva Conventions, stipulate that parties in a conflict must distinguish between combatants and non-combatants and avoid attacks that may cause incidental loss of civilian life that would be excessive in relation to the concrete and direct military advantage anticipated. The deployment of glide bombs, particularly in densely populated areas, tests these legal boundaries and raises questions about compliance with international humanitarian law. As Russia integrates more advanced glide bombs into its military operations, Ukraine has been compelled to significantly upgrade its defense capabilities to mitigate the heightened threat. Western nations, aware of the strategic implications of Russia's advanced munitions, have stepped up by providing more sophisticated defense technology. Notably among the aid are the Patriot missile systems from the United States and similar advanced air defense systems from European allies. These systems are equipped with the capability to intercept glide bombs, offering a better probability of neutralizing them before they can reach their targets. By equipping Ukraine with advanced defensive tools, the global community sends a clear message about its stance against the use of sophisticated weaponry for aggressive purposes. This aid not only enhances Ukraine's defensive capabilities, but also contributes to the stability of the region by at least leveling the playing field. As the conflict evolves, so too will the defensive measures, requiring continuous adaptation and support to ensure they remain effective against emerging military technologies. So, what are your thoughts on the implications of Russia's new glide bombs? Do you think they will significantly alter the war in Ukraine? Let us know your views in the comments section below. If you found this video informative, please hit the thumbs up button and subscribe to our channel for more insightful discussions like this. Thank you for watching, and make sure to catch more videos from the channel.